Hello guys, welcome back to Sadiq's Rabbitry. My name is Sadiq, a young and passionate rabbit farmer here in Ghana. Alright, so actually today's video is going to be about how you can start a rabbit farm as a beginner. Okay, what you need to do, what you need to learn before getting into rabbits. Okay, and some breeders I will recommend you should get before starting this rabbit farming. If you are new to the channel, just make sure to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button right there so that YouTube will notify you whenever I upload a new video. Now, every beginner, when you want to venture into any livestock farm or crop production, okay, you need to have a certain knowledge about it. Okay, so the first thing I will want you to do as a rabbit beginner, you should do your research. Okay, so what I mean by research is that you need to know how rabbit farming is done, how rabbit marketing is done, challenges that other rabbit farmers are facing out there, and how you intend to solve that challenges. Okay, know the breeders, know how to market them, know how to deal with diseases when it comes, like when you establish your farm and you encounter any disease, you should be able to identify the disease and you should be able to know how to cure it. So number one is you should do your research. Number two thing I want to talk about is visit small scale and big scale farmers. Okay, so no matter how big you want to start it or how small you want to start it, what I will encourage you to do is to visit other farmers out there. Okay, learn from them. Not only one farm, but visit various farms if you can. Okay, so that you can get the knowledge from each of them. Okay, you can learn their challenges that they are facing, and you can start to build up how you can go about these challenges when you start yours. Okay, so with the big scale farms too, when you go there, you can know how the marketing is done on a big scale and how the demand is high or how the demand is low. Okay, so that you can know how you can propagate this to your farm when you start. And number three is create a space to start. Okay, so when you want to start it on a small scale, you need to have a space, either your backyard or maybe in your compound. You can have a shed at one side, then you can start. Okay, if you want to start it, you want to run it a small scale, you can just get your backyard just like this, then you are good to go. If it's big scale too, you can have one plot of land, then you can just start. That's fine, you can start with it, but you should make sure you always start on a small scale. Okay, I know maybe that's what you want to venture into, like full-time job, but you need to start with small quantity. Okay, learn day by day. You are learning, then you can be perfect. Okay, by the time you get there, you can go in for big scale and you can run it smoothly without any challenges. Number four thing I want to talk about is know the purpose of you venturing into rabbit. Okay, now this is where most farmers or most beginners get into trouble, right? Firstly, they don't know why they are keeping the rabbit. So when the rabbit litters, they don't know if they are selling or they are if they are selling for meat or they are selling for breeders. Okay, so that's the problem they are facing. So if you are venturing into rabbit, you need to know your purpose of venturing into it. So either for meat or for breeders or even for wool. Okay, the fur to people buy it for leather works. All right, so know your purpose of entering into this rabbit business. Okay, there are many ways you can make money from it, but you should know the right purpose you are in this rabbit sector. If you are in for meat purposes, you should know that you can have the chance to sell the wool, the fur of the rabbits. You can have the chance to use the feet of the rabbits as key chains and other stuff. So you just know the purpose of you getting into this rabbit sector. The sixth thing I want to talk about is get a good mentor or get a good source for your breeders. Now, with the mentor, there are many ways you can have the right farmer to take you through rabbit farming. Okay, so that you can learn a lot. All right, so with this YouTube too, it's a great platform that you can get good mentors, as I'm doing right now, you know, so that you can start with it and have a good source for your breeders. Okay, either you want to go in for the mixed breed or the pure breed, you need to get it from the right source. You know that this farm is 100% legit their record is on point, their analytics is on point, and their pricing and everything is good, then you can just get the source for your breeders from there. Okay, and bear in mind, do not buy both male and female on the same farm. Okay, for me personally, I want to recommend that even though it's a big scale and their analytics is right, and you just avoid that, okay, because it can bring many things. All right, so you just avoid that. The seventh thing I want to talk about is get breeds with good growth rate. Okay, now what I mean by this is that you shouldn't go in for breeders which will be having a slow growth. Okay, especially if you are venturing into meat rabbit. Okay, when you get breeders which will grow in a very long period of time before you can slaughter for sale, then it's not gonna work for you. So you can get good breeders with good growth rate, like the New Zealand White, the California, the Chinchilla, the Flemish Giants. Okay, these are the big breeds and the average breed that you can start with. And if you are venturing into either meat or breeders, you can just get the chance to market it well. Before I continue, just do me a favor. If you are new to the channel, just make sure to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button right there, so that YouTube will notify you whenever I upload a new video. And the eighth thing I want to talk about is get the market before you start. Okay, this has been one of the challenges people are facing, right? They don't have the market, but they intend to start, and whenever they get the supply, they don't have the market for it. You see, so I want to encourage you that you should get the market before you venture into it. So let's say you started it June, right? You want to start the farm in June, right? So you will have your market. So by the end of August or September, you know that you have the supply and the demand is there, then you can just give it out, you know. But you starting and don't have market, you might have the market when you get there, but it's gonna take long because you didn't do that in the first place before starting the rabbit. So I'll encourage you, you should get your market before venturing into it. Okay, so you can just get your social media, WhatsApp groups. All right, I'll let them that okay, you have new rabbits farmer on board, and this month I'll be able to get this amount of kits to supply. Okay, so if anyone is out there who wants some from you, you can just get in touch with the person, you schedule, then when it's time you can just supply it to them. Hope you understand. The ninth thing I want to talk about, always have your marketing strategy or pricing strategy. Okay, some farmers out there, you know, when they want to sell their rabbit, they will look at the weight. Even some of them, they don't have scales, right? Weighing scale, so they just check the weight and give out the price. How can you tell me that 3 months old rabbit, you are gonna sell 3 months old rabbit for at least 120 or 150? You know, it doesn't make sense, right? So have a good pricing strategy which will improve your marketing. Okay, if your strategy is not good, they will be coming, but they will not buy it. Okay, so when the person comes, you talk about the price, he will tell you that okay, I'll get back to you later. Then that's it, you are not going to find him again. So have a good pricing strategy. So let me give you a hint so that you can make your own pricing strategy. Okay, so you will look at the pricing or the expenses you've made on the farm, the pricing of your feed, and the amount of time before selling the kits. If let's say you have 3 months old kits, then you want to sell them, you will look at the price or the expense on feed for 3 months, the expenses on your farm when you started. Okay, and also some expenses from the medication and maybe your money. Okay, the work that you've done, then you just sum it all up. You can divide it with the expenses of the farm, then you are going to have a good pricing for each rabbit. Okay, with this, it won't make the customers come, but they won't buy, they'll come, they'll talk and go. Okay, that's not what we want. That's why some people think that rabbit farming is more difficult, right? But you just have to have the right pricing strategy, then you are good to go. Now the last thing I want to talk about is about selling. Okay, let's say you are out there, you've started and you want to sell them as meat. learn the proper way of packaging rabbits. Okay, I'll make a video on that very soon, so you can stay tuned. Learn how you can package your rabbits so that the customers will feel more comfortable when they come to buy it, right? Not in the case that you have the rabbit, you have the meat, and when the person comes want to buy it, your packaging is not good. Okay, that's not what you want. So you should have maybe a Ziploc, that's rubber with zip on top. You should have that. Put your rabbit inside, just get it into the refrigerator for some time, it will freeze, then you start selling them. But in the case that you have the meat in the freezer, when the person comes, you get just this rubber, white rubber, put it inside, put it in black rubber. Nah, that's not a good packaging system, right? You should learn. Okay, that's why I always say that venturing into livestock farm, either rabbits or other animals, okay, you need to learn the do's and don'ts of the animals before you venture into it, so that you not have any problems afterwards. Okay, so that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you've learned a lot in this video. This video is going to help you to know breeders that you can start with rabbit farming with good growth rate and also good pricing strategy. Okay, so we have the New Zealand, the California, the Chinchilla, the Flemish Giant. Okay, so these are all good breeds that you can start with. They have good growth rate and they are not gonna disappoint you depending on how you take care of them. Okay, so that's the end of today's video, and if you are new to the channel, just make sure to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button right there, so that YouTube will notify whenever I upload a new video. So until next time, bye bye.